My love language is a sick fucking pump. Yeah, a sick fucking pump.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fine-Tuned Fitness Podcast. I guess this is the Christmas episode. Feeling kind of jolly, feeling kind of holly jolly. Merry Christmas, Merry Fitness, huh? You gonna get fine-tuned for the holidays? I tell you, that's what I'm feeling, which is a little bit difficult considering all the chocolate and candy and desserts that are strewn throughout the house right now. I'm not a fan. But you know what? We worked hard all year. I know I've been busting my ass all year. We deserve a little treat. So indulge yourself. You're allowed to have a couple treats. You're allowed to enjoy the holidays with your families. Let loose a little bit. We'll pick it up in January. Counting calories is for 2026. That's what I have to say. Enjoy these last little bits. Welcome to the Fine-Tuned Fitness Podcast. I'm, of course, Radio Dave. I got some beautiful things we're going to talk about today, a few topics we're going to drop into, some year-end lists that we're going to look at. But first, I want to talk about something. It's excellent shirt from my client, my buddy Ethan. Got me this shirt. He went to a concert of a band he enjoys. Got me this rockin' t-shirt, and I was training him the other day. We were doing a quick arm workout, and he was talking about a friend of his who works out with him, but his friend gets discouraged because obviously Ethan's been in this a while, and so it discourages him that he can't keep up and that he fails his lift sometimes, which, you know, it's bound to happen. Not everybody's on the same field. We're not all on the same level. But the thing about failure is, and this is why I love the gym so much, everybody's afraid of failing, but in the gym, failure is the goal. Failure is what you want. You don't fail. It's not a bad thing in the gym. In the gym, you achieve failure, as the legendary Tom Platz says. Failure is what you want to happen. When you fail, your muscles work and grow and get stronger so they cannot fail next time. So that's what you want. If you're just nailing your lifts, getting them all the time, and you're not failing, you're not getting into that failure zone, and you're just banging it out, your muscles have no need to grow. They have no need to get stronger. They have no need to get bigger. That's hypertrophy. That's the whole point of it. That's what it is. So when you fail, it's not a bad thing in the gym. It's what you want to happen. You want to fail. Failing is the goal. So you need to look at it that way. It's not like other things. You know, when you fail at something, even then it's not technically a bad thing. So achieving failure is the way you need to look at it in the gym. And honestly, it's probably the way you need to look at it for the rest of life, for all other aspects. Because when you hit failure, that's when you grow and become better at whatever it is you're trying to do. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I shared that with him, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Failure is the goal. Don't let failure deter you from the gym. That's what you want. That's the whole point of being in there. That's what gets the muscles bigger. That's what gets the muscles stronger. Failing. If you're just nailing it all the time, you're not going to get the size or the muscle strength you want. How's that? Nice little howdy-do to end off the year. That's what I think. What do you think of that, huh? Beautiful. Okay, so if you're listening on Spotify, remember there is a video component to this on YouTube. And I think it's on Spotify now, too. So you can actually see me, see you. Well, I can't see you, but I can assume you're there. I hope so. I'm your host. Insert name here. No, I'm supposed to say that. My name, Radio Dave. How are you? Hope you're enjoying the show. We're on episode 5 right now, I think. It's been fun. I've been enjoying it. I don't get to do it as frequently as I'd like because, you know, life. But we're still doing it. So if you're tuning in, if it's your first time here, if you're here the whole time, we got lots of stuff. I got so much stuff planned for 2026. It'll make your fucking head spin. Now, today's main topic, before we get into it, I got one thing I want to talk to you about. For those of you in the triathlon scene, you'll already be aware of this fact probably, but for those of us that aren't triathletes, there you go. I think that's the word. Triathlons have a heavier weight class definition for men who are over 220 pounds and women who are over 165 pounds. The purpose of this division is to provide a competitive and inclusive environment for athletes of all sizes by allowing them to race against peers with similar physical dynamics which makes sense. I mean, obviously, light dudes are going to be faster than heavier dudes, generally. And for sports like boxing or wrestling, we have different weight classes already. So giants aren't completely fucking dummying short kings. But the coolest part about it is the name of these additional classes. If you're over a 20 pound male in triathlon terms, you are considered a Clydesdale. How fucking dope is that? Which is basically the most jacked horse of all time. So I don't think that's a higher compliment you can get. And if you're a 165 pound female or over, you're considered an Athena, which is basically just a fucking goddess. So go shine your shine, queen. I'm currently sitting at 225 pounds right now, so I'll just be over here claiming my Clydesdale status. Thank you very much. For the rest of fucking time. Clydesdale. Just a fucking jacked, bitchy horse with an attitude and a witty sarcasm. I think that's me to a T. The only downside to this is now I have to compete in a fucking triathlon for it to officially count. And fuck me, that sounds hard. I don't even want to try a triathlon. Try it. You don't care. Either way, I thought that was pretty cool. This isn't universal. Not every triathlon has these categories or these classifications. But if you find one that does, it's fucking dope. Let me know. I want to know how it went for you. Let me know so I can pretend I'm going to enter it and never actually go through with it. But you do. You can. And I'll live vicariously through you. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. First thing we're looking at today is power lifter Samantha Rice. She's an absolutely yoked queen of the Amazon who broke the world record for female deadlift raw last week by pulling 297.5 kilograms or 655.8 pounds, which is fucking unheard of. Watch this clip. We're going to check it out. Look at the fucking quads. Oh my God. I gotta see it again. Let me zoom it in a bit so you can see more of that actual lift. Let's see. Can I zoom it in more? I assume I can. Fucking bonkers. I don't know what this guy was going to do. Unreal. What a fucking queen. Absolutely unreal. Astonishing work. Fucking unbelievable. The absolute power in those quads is fucking bonkers. Congrats to Samantha on that amazing feat. Now, for those of you with any knowledge of the sport, you might be thinking, Dave, what about Lucy Underdown? Doesn't she hold the female world record deadlift of 325 kilograms? And let me say to you, first off, it's Radio Dave, not Dave. Don't fucking call me Dave. What are you, my mother? Second, yes, and no taking away from Lucy's incredible 716 deadlift in 2024, which is a record she does still hold today. But that's using strongman refereeing and equipment standards, which are not the same as Olympic weightlifting or powerlifting. For instance, knee sleeves, elbow sleeves, wrist straps, and lifting belts are permitted, whereas they are not in powerlifting. For instance, knee sleeves, elbow sleeves, wrist straps are permitted, whereas they are not in powerlifting. So Lucy holds that incredible world record using equipment, where Samantha now holds the world record deadlift for raw powerlifting with no equipment. Absolute feats of humanity on both fronts in both sports. Queens, Amazons, love it. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the workout of the week, which is a double D cable wrist curl. Check it out. Let me know what you think. So we've done something similar to this before with the double D handle forearm curls, which kept the pulley placed at the bottom of the rack. Today we're doing essentially the exact opposite and switching the two separate D handles out for a double D handle and moving the pulley to the top of the rack. What this essentially does is where the bottom position targets more of the brachioradialis, this position you'll find hits more of the flexors. The way this guy works is we allow the handle to hang freely from the pulley and grab it with a neutral grip so our palms are facing each other, keeping most of the weight in our fingers. We then pull the weight down and hold it in front of our face, allowing our forearms to hold most of the force of the weight. We then rotate our wrists, squeezing the weight down into our forearms. This angled position drives most of the force into our flexor muscles, allowing for a decent contraction and quick burn. You don't need a large range of motion on this either, as just squeezing the weight through our wrists down into our forearms is plenty enough to do the job. When you're done, just release the weight back up into the pulley until the next set. I like to do this workout at the end of my arm day, alternating each week between the low pulley double D handle version and this, so I'm hitting the brachioradialis and the flexors one after another week to week. You're going to look a little weird doing this, as I've never seen anybody do this variation, and it almost looks like nothing. It's such a small movement, but once you've got the handle in your hands and you've banged a few sets of these out, you're definitely going to feel it in your forearms, and after a few weeks of both, you should start to see the size and definition really start to develop, allowing for thick, vascular forearms to really accentuate your already massive arms. You likely take a minute to 2 minutes rest between each set you do during a workout. But why do you take that long? Probably because that's the way you were taught to do it when you first started. But why 1 minute? Why 2 minutes? Why not 30 seconds? Why not 3 minutes? It's good that you have that habit developed, but why that rest period specifically? And is there a benefit to adding more or less time to it? Let's find out as we dive into the science behind rest periods and how long is too long. Okay, so we're setting the stage. You crushed your set, went to failure, gave it everything you got.
Come on, push it out. Everything you got. Everything you got. Everything you got.
You're sitting down, you're scrolling through gym memes, and now you're taking your break, waiting for your next set on the machine. But are you waiting too long? Are you not waiting long enough? Well, it all depends. Depends on what? Depends on things. To put it simply, what muscle group you're training, what you're training for, and what your specific goals are. Rest periods aren't just filler time between suffering sessions. They will literally change the outcome of your workout. Your muscles need breaks in between sets to restore ATP, your energy currency, clear out metabolic waste, reset your nervous system, and replenish power. This is why you can't push one more rep after failure, but if you give it 30 seconds, you can go again. But if that rest is too short, you won't be fully recovered, and if it's too long, you'll lose your intensity. It's a balancing act, and you need to know just what the factors are in play to get the most out of it. There's a sweet spot, but it depends on your goal. If your goal is strength or max power, heavy squats, deadlifts, Olympic lifts, you need longer rest. Like up to 2 to 5 minutes between sets. Seems like a lot, but think about it. You're using bigger muscles, doing compound lifts, and burning your entire body for a set. That 2 to 5 minutes allows for full recovery of your phosphocreatine stores, keeps your nervous system firing, and replenishes your force output. Lifting heavy without enough rest? You're not getting the most out of the lift. And even worse, you're flirting with injury. And she's not that hot. She's like when the bar lights turn on at 3 a.m. What if pure strength and power isn't necessarily your goal, but you want to focus on growing those muscles? Because, believe it or not, those aren't the same goals. Muscle growth training, or hypertrophy, is a tight balance between muscle tension and fatigue, so the rests are shorter than they are for strength and power training. Specifically, 60 to 90 seconds to be more exact about it. That's just long enough to recover some strength, but short enough to keep the metabolic stress high, accumulate volume, and maintain a juicy fucking pump. Want big fucking arms? Don't rush. But don't take a nap either. Now, there's a third level to this shit as well. If you're training for muscle endurance, circuit-style workouts, or conditioning, you want your breaks to be quick, as in like 30 to 60 seconds quick, or even as little as 15 to 30 seconds for bodyweight workouts or lightweight work. This keeps your heart rate elevated and maximizes caloric burn, aerobic output, and sweat puddles. Just know, shorter rest means weights will go down. That's okay, because intensity is metabolic now, not mechanical. This is why we need to use our rests wisely, and why all rests are not built equally.
But you have to understand, sometimes rest is as important as training. Maybe even more important.
We need to actually put some thought into it and strategize our rests. That's why I time every single break I have between sets using the stopwatch app on my iPhone. I train specifically for hypertrophy, so I'm always pushing for 60 to 90 second breaks. But whatever it is you're training for, be sure to use your rests wisely. Log your sets. Keep detailed notes about your weights, your sets, your reps, and your breaks. Sip water through it while doing it. Mentally prepare the next set. Use visualization tactics. And don't just rest arbitrarily. A set that felt hard doesn't always need extra rest. Sometimes you're just winded, not actually under-recovered. And no, scrolling Instagram for 7 minutes between sets does not count as active rest. Even if you are just scrolling through my page. Want to get stronger and bigger muscles? Watch the clock, not your For You page. Rests aren't breaks from the workout. They're an integral part of it. Time it right, train with intent, and choose the right amount of rest for whatever your goal is. Hey guys, Radio Dave here. There are many aspects to the fitness lifestyle that I do not enjoy. Protein farts, buying the wrong flavor pre-workout, cardio, but nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, is worse than having to spend my Sunday every week meal prepping. That is why Fine Tune Fitness has just become an affiliate for Just Bite Me Meals. If you hate meal prepping as much as I do, then let someone else do it for you. Dan and his team offer incredible service, incredible meals, and an incredible product. And so now anytime you purchase an order over $50, if you use code FINETUNEFITNESS at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Buy 10 meals, and that's essentially getting one for free. But even better than the financial savings is the time you're saving. So if you want to take the headache out of spending every Sunday in the kitchen prepping meals for the week, let Just Bite Me take care of it. So you're spending your last day off for the week in the living room instead of the kitchen. All right. Welcome back, you fucking beauties. Today's main topic for the podcast we're looking at today is top 10 fitness trends on TikTok of 2025. TikTok is awesome for a great many things. Watching AI slop of cats play the fiddle, watching dads do stupid TikTok dances and falling on their face, and listening to moms complain about Chick-fil-A. But what about fitness? Is it a good enough tool to help find the perfect workouts and fitness tips to bring your gym game up to the next level? From Bush League to the Super Bowl? I don't know. I've seen a lot of stupid shit on there, mostly from my own fucking page, to be honest. But can this evil app be harnessed for good? If only there was some way to tell and compile this information. Luckily for us, theproteinworks.com, along with fitness expert Fraser Richardson, was able to do that heavy lifting for us and list out the top 10 wellness and fitness trends of 2025 on TikTok. We're going to go through all 10 and look at each one and decide whether it's worth your time or if it's just more TikTok bullshit. My money's on bullshit, but who knows? I have been wrong before. It has been known to happen. Rare as it is, it does fucking happen. I mean, I am twice divorced, so I don't always get it right. Ugh. Usually third time's a charm, though, so there's that. So with that, let's jump into the top 10 TikTok gym trends, and if they work, are they worth it, or do they belong in last episode's gym crimes? Number 1 on the list today, we're looking at vibration plates. Just what the fuck is a vibration plate? Apparently the way it's supposed to work is exactly like it sounds.
Tell me you're easily influenced without telling me you're easily influenced. I'll go first. What is this? I don't know.
What the fuck? Apparently the way it's supposed to work is exactly like it sounds. It's a plate or a platform like you just saw that you stand on, and it produces high frequency whole body vibrations to stimulate the muscles and shake up your workout. It claims to boost fat burn, tone muscles, and improve circulation, all while you stand, squat, or stretch. Now, shit like this has been around for literally forever. Like those old machines with the belt that goes around your waist and just shakes from the 1950s. That was bullshit. And so is this, I think, for the most part. Here's the thing. A vibration plate will activate your muscles, but only slightly, like barely, because of something called reflexive contractions, which are involuntary. Rapid muscle contractions that are a response to a stimulus, such as a stretch, and do not require conscious thought. They are part of the body's reflex arc and are crucial for functions like posture maintenance and protecting muscles from injury. The most common example is the muscle stretch reflex, also called the deep tendon reflex, which is tested clinically using a reflex hammer, like a knee-jerk reflex. You know when the doctor's got that boink and makes your knee go whoop? That. But this is muscle activation so fucking low tier, it's not even worth counting as stimulation. Definitely doesn't replace a workout. It won't burn any significant calories, and it's definitely not going to give you abs while you scroll your TikTok feed. I know. Sad. Now, will it help circulation? Sure. Great for a warm-up. I mean, if you want to. A fat loss machine? Just fucking no. Absolutely not. Final verdict? It's a fun gimmick, but not much more. 3 out of 10 on the fine-tuned scale, maybe even 2. You could use it to warm up if you wanted, but honestly, the best warm-up you could ever do for a workout is the movement you're going to do for that workout, just with lighter weight, even no weight. Now, this doesn't discount the significance of other vibration therapies. There are excellent rehabilitation methods that can help with all kinds of different motor maladies, such as shockwave therapy, a non-invasive treatment that uses high-energy sound waves to stimulate the body's natural healing processes for conditions like plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, and tennis elbow. Really great for that shit. It works by promoting blood flow, breaking down scar tissue, and reducing pain by desensitizing nerve endings. But that's a lot more niche than just standing on a vibrating pad and expecting to get jacked or thin. All right, number 2, we're looking at Reformer Pilates. I had to look this one up because I don't even know what the fuck this thing was or how it differs from normal Pilates. So let's take a look.
If I could only do one leg day for the rest of my life, this would be it. Let's go. Starting with a nice big heavy floor lunge, 1 foot on the carriage, 1 foot on the floor. From here, we're going to stay low for a froggy press. The way I feel this in my glutes, especially after those lunges, is unmatched. We're going to bring that carriage foot straight to the floor for a reverse lunge with a knee drive, holding and pulsing from a curtsy to a reverse. And we're going to hop straight on top of the reformer, go for a carriage lunge into a scooter. Then we'll stay low, just work the scooters on their own. At this point, your booty cheeks should be on fire, so let's finish with some legs and straps. We'll start with a straight leg sweep, add a little leg press, then we'll finish with the leg press before coming into a side lay for some fire hydrants. As you can see, we've also added a leg press at the top of this one as well, so 1 fire hydrant.
Okay. Reformer Pilates is a full body workout that uses a specialized machine called a reformer to provide resistance for exercises. It is a low-impact form of exercise that claims to improve strength, flexibility, balance, and posture using a sliding carriage, springs, straps, and a foot bar to provide a versatile and adaptable workout. TikTok loves to claim it trains you without bulking, tones your core, lengthens your muscles, cures cancer, makes you a sandwich, drives the kids to school, blah, blah, fucking blah. Only here's the thing. I have nothing against Pilates, and I think if you're doing any movement or activity at all that gets your body moving, that's a good thing. That's great. That's a terrific start. However, when it claims to do more than what it actually can do, that's when I have a fucking issue with it. For instance, muscles only lengthen when you stretch them, not during Pilates. But I will give credit where it's due. Reformer Pilates is legitimate for core endurance, mobility training, improving posture, learning body awareness, or if you want low-impact movements that can still be challenging. It's not going to build big glutes or delts, but as an accessory training, sure, why not? It could work. Verdict, I will give this 6 out of 10, and I'll even give it a 7 if you pair it with actual resistance training. TikTok trend number 3, jeffing. I had to look this up because I thought jeffing was when you quote Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street. My name is Jeff. Apparently that is not the case. Jeffing is where you alternate running and walking and is trending hard on TikTok, especially with beginners. Let's take a look. I thought she was actually showing her doing it.
Try different ratios, go out on a run, see what works for you.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest here. This one's actually fantastic. Running for an entire hour sounds like pure hell to me, and I'm a gym rat. I love the gym. I'm there sometimes 2-3 times a day. So to somebody who's completely new to this shit, I can't even imagine how fucking terrible it sounds to run for 60 minutes straight. Jeffing might be one of the best ways to get into cardio safely and still feel somewhat accomplished. It reduces joint stress, builds endurance, keeps your heart rate in a sustainable zone, and helps people stay consistent. If traditional running destroys your soul like it does mine, Jeffing might be the way to save it. Verdict? Jeffing actually gets 9 out of 10 on the fine-tuned scale. One of the biggest beginner cardio methods out there. TikTok got this one right. Good job, for once. Well done, TikTok. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Number 4 on the top 10 Number 4 on the top 10 TikTok fitness trends of the year, cold plunging or ice baths. I know you've seen this one already. Every alpha bro on the internet swears by the cold plunge and the let me freeze my balls off for dopamine trend. If you don't know what it is, though, it's right there in the name. But cold plunging is the practice of submerging your entire body in cold water, typically for a few minutes at a time, and can be done in various settings like bathtubs, specialized tanks, or natural bodies of water. It is also known as cold water immersion, CWI, and is used for both physical recovery and mental wellness, though scientific evidence for some benefits is not existent or still developing. Now, this one does have some science behind it, parts of it anyway. You do get a dopamine spike, although it's temporary and short-lived. It does reduce inflammation. I mean, obviously, ever since your mom gave you a bag of frozen peas when you sprained your foot that one time, you knew that shit. It can also help your muscles recover from endurance events and challenge your mental resilience, because you have to have some iron fucking will to do it. I am not one of those people. But here's what TikTok leaves out, and it's crucial. If you lift weights, cold plunging is the worst thing you could do. Do not cold plunge immediately after your workout, or you will kill that inflammation signal that you actually need for hypertrophy to get bigger muscles. So if you're going to do this shit, save the ice bath for the morning or during your rest days if you want bigger muscles. Keep them away from this when you want your working out. If you want bigger muscles, keep away from this when you're working out.
Good morning, guys. It's day 845 of taking an ice bath every single day. It's 0 degrees Celsius out here this morning. The water temperature is a tenebrous 3 degrees
Tenebrous?
Celsius.
That's a word.
We're going to do 5 minutes in the ice bath this morning.
5 fucking
Like always,
minutes?
my friends, it's going to be a good day.
That's cold plunging.
Success isn't the number in your bank account. It's not how loud the applause gets or how many followers you have.
A little bit of motivation from them, too, on top of it, I guess. I guess you'd have to talk yourself through some shit if you're going to pull that off. The verdict on this one, I don't know. We'll give it 7 out of 10 for wellness. I mean, it'll definitely alert you for the rest of the day. But if you're going for muscle growth, which, you know, fine-tuned fitness is kind of what the podcast is about, it's a 3 out of 10 for muscle growth. If you time it wrong, if you do it on the opposite end of the day, maybe. I don't know. Trend number 5 on our top 10. We're halfway through it. This is breath work. Breath work is everywhere right now on TikTok. Before workouts, after workouts, during meditation, during ice baths. But what the fuck is it? It involves users sharing and demonstrating breathing exercises, often with calming or upbeat music to reduce stress and promote mental well-being. Common techniques include accessible 4-7-8 breathing method, which involves inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 7 seconds, and exhaling for 8. And box breathing, where users focus on inhaling, holding, and exhaling for equal counts. So let's take a look at this one.
You're going to do 30 to 40 breaths. Straight spine. It's going to be powerful but relaxed. You're breathing in and letting your breath drop. It's just let it drop out of you. So this is the process of the breath. You're going to start at the base of your spine, into your belly, chest, neck, head. Really focus on the energy of your breath going through these parts of your body, especially in your brain. On the exhale, you drop it out and reverse it all the way back down. Up through the back of the spine, down through the front. On the very last breath, let out all of your air on the exhale, and you're gonna hold that for 30 seconds, 2 minutes, however long you can. And when you absolutely need to take a breath, go back in more, and more, until you fill it all the way up. Hold that for 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And while you're holding that last inhale, you're gonna squeeze your perineum, the muscle that you use to stop your pee stream. You're gonna squeeze that as tight as you can, and imagine like you're pressurizing and squeezing this tube up your spine of cerebrospinal fluid.
I just wanted to see him do it on here, but his pee stream. What the fuck? Okay. Sure. But is this bullshit? I mean, the way he was talking about it kind of seems a little far-fetchy, but honestly, this might surprise you, but breath work in itself is absolutely viable and not bullshit. I mean, every society has some sort of breathing meditation in its history, usually coupled with meditation. Every religion and culture spouts some sort of benefit to meditation and breathing methods, but according to science, there's value in it as well. Controlled breathing techniques have been shown in numerous studies to influence the autonomic nervous system, helping to manage stress and improve health markers. Slow, deep breathing activities activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest response, which helps lower stress hormones like cortisol, reduce heart rate, and decrease feelings of anxiety or depression. Studies have found that breath work, particularly cycle sighing, can significantly enhance positive mood and concentration. Now, some self-proclaimed gurus may make unsubstantiated claims that breathwork can cure serious illness like cancer, which is not supported by science and can be a sign of a scam. No shit. But breathwork in itself should be viewed as a complementary tool, not a replacement for professional medical treatment, as long as the breathwork is taken for what it is. Then there are significant benefits to its practice. It's being linked to reducing stress, bringing down cortisol levels, helping sleep, mental clarity, even helping post-workout recovery by shifting your body into rest and digest mode. What it does not do, however, it does not burn calories, it does not build muscle, and it does not cure disease. But for recovery and mental wellness, it's fantastic. Verdict on this one is a strong 8 out of 10 if you take it for what it is as a stress and meditation tool. Number 6, backwards walking. What is backwards walking? Take a guess. It's exactly what it says it is. It's walking fucking backwards. Backwards walking, or retro walking, involves walking backward as a form of exercise to improve balance, strength, and posture, and to burn more calories.
A little over a year ago, I posted a video of me talking about the benefits of walking backwards. When I had posted that video, I had only been doing this for 1 month, but even within that 1 month, I saw a lot of improvement in my knee health, joint health, my posture, and all of that fun stuff. Now here I am 1 year later, and here are all the differences that I've noticed after doing this long term. First things first, the reason I wanted to test this out was for my knee and joint health. I was dealing with a lot of weird issues at the time, runner's knee specifically, so I was dealing with a lot of discomfort.
There you go. Pretty easy to figure out what the fuck that is. This trend is popular on TikTok and Instagram and is supported by claims that it can be easier on the knees than forward walking. It is also used in physical therapy and athletic training for cross-training and rehabilitation. People claim it fixes knee pain, and shockingly, they might not be wrong. According to science, walking backwards strengthens your VMO, the teardrop quad muscle, which helps stabilize the kneecap. Backward walking targets the glutes, hamstrings, and calves more than walking forward, leading to a more comprehensive workout. It can reduce pressure on the knee joint and has been shown to help with knee pain. Since you can't see what's behind you, backward walking also demands more balance, more coordination, which can help improve spatial awareness. This increased need for balance encourages you to keep your back straight, which can help correct posture over time. The unusual motion challenges your brain to adapt, improving cognitive functions like problem solving and memory. The need to pay attention to your surroundings and your body's movements requires greater concentration, engaging the mind. Athletic trainers apparently have been using this for years for rehab. TikTok just caught up. And I guess so did I. Walking backwards. Who knew? Not me. The verdict on this motherfucker is 9 out of 10 on the fine-tuned scale, which is fucking insane to me that this one turned out to be as valid as it was. Number 7. Trend number 7 is TikTok's favorite new sport, paddle. And I know what you're thinking, because it's the same thing I was fucking thinking. What the fuck is paddle? I'll show you. That's paddle. Paddle is a hybrid of tennis and squash, essentially. Played on a smaller court with glass walls that are part of the game. The walls add a unique strategic element, and the underhand serve makes it easier to start than tennis. And for some reason, TikTokers seem to think this is the hottest new activity to play to get active and have fun doing it. Paddle is going crazy viral right now, especially in Europe and Latin America. And TikTok makes it look like the ultimate fitness hack. But is it legit? Honestly, yeah, I mean, this one's fucking easy. Paddle is awesome. The concept, anyway. I would never, because I'm a lazy piece of shit. But if active sports is your thing and you want something to get you moving, paddle could be a good start. It's cardio disguised as fun, which is the worst kind of cardio, or the best. Great for burning calories, great for coordination, great for people who hate normal cardio. Is it building muscle? No. Is it amazing for general fitness? Abso-fucking-lutely. Verdict? It's an easy 10. It's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 on the fine-tuned scale, because fun workouts equal consistent workouts. If you have fun doing it, you're going to keep doing it. That's what makes it so good. You'll keep coming back. This one's a smash. Well done. Trend number 8 of 2025's TikTok fitness trends. Ice baths. But Dave, you already did cold plunges. Yes, and I already roasted that fucking thing. But the classic in-home ice bath deserves its own shout-out, because that saw a blow up on TikTok as well. The benefits are the same as they are as the cold plunges. Good from inflammation, good for mood, if you're a sociopath, I guess. Good for recovery from endurance training, but again, not good post-weightlifting, because we want that inflammation to help with the muscle growth. So the verdict here is the same as the cold plunge. 7 out of 10 for wellness, 3 out of 10 for muscle growth. Don't do it if you're trying to get huge. Trend number 9, we're nearing down the end of our list today. Next up is Yoga Flow. Yoga Flow TikToks are everywhere right now. Super aesthetic, super peaceful, super vibey. And yoga is incredible. For what it is. That's the thing. A lot of stuff is great if you just use it for what it's great for, and not try to sell it as something else. Yoga Flow differs from vanilla yoga by transitioning the positions dynamically from one pose to the next in a single continuous fluid sequence. Or say it with me, flow. Let's take a look. So instead of holding the poses, he's flowing through them one after another continuously. That's all it is. That's all it is. Instead of holding poses for a long time, you just flow from one to the next, creating a sense of motion. The trend on TikTok involves users sharing short videos of themselves performing dynamic and fluid sequences of yoga poses, often synchronized with music or calming audio. This trend highlights the connection between movement and breath, with each inhale and exhale linked to a specific part of the flow, creating a moving meditation. These flows can be full-body routines, targeted to specific areas like the hips, or designed for a particular mood, such as a calming sunrise flow. You know, what it's great for: mobility, flexibility, managing stress, breath control, body awareness. What it is not great for: fat loss or building muscle. So depending on what you're using it for, will affect how beneficial this is to you. However, if you do this and pair it with weightlifting, you're basically unstoppable. The verdict here is 8 out of 10 for wellness on the fine-tuned scale, but as a standalone workout, it gets a 6, maybe high 5. Okay, now to our last TikTok fitness trend of 2025 that blew up this year. Number 10, and these are in no particular order. It's rucking. What the fuck is rucking? Sounds dirty to me. What the ruck? Does that work? It works. Ruck off. Rucking is walking with weighted backpack. It's a military term, literally just walking with weight in a backpack.
What is rucking? Rucking, in the simplest way I can answer this question in one sentence, is carrying load for distance. Now, I'm sure we can imagine that human beings have been carrying things forever, since the beginning of time. In a more modern sense, why is it called rucking? The word rucksack is where that term rucking comes from. So rucksacks are these large backpacks that are generally going to be carried by different branches of the military.
so you get a general idea of what that is. What is rucking? It's just walking with weight in a backpack, literally. Now, is rucking worth it? Yes. Honestly, TikTok fucking nailed it with this one. This will get you shredded. Let me break it down for you, though. I'm 225 pounds, depending on the day. So my body needs about 2,500 calories to maintain its current weight. No loss, no gain, just maintaining what I already have. If I wanted to lose weight and shred down, I would have to put myself into a caloric deficit. 500 calories would be a good number, bringing me down to 2,000. I would have to eat about 2,000 calories a day to burn some fat and get some weight loss in. Or I could make myself heavier. If I'm 225 pounds and my body needs 2,500 calories to carry that weight around all day, if I put 25 pounds in a backpack and carry that around all day, I'm essentially making my body carry around 250 pounds all day, which means it's going to need more calories to adjust for that extra energy expenditure. But if I don't up my calorie intake to make up for that extra weight, then I'm technically in a caloric deficit without actually being in a deficit. Makes sense? You see the math here? This might be the best one on the list. Now, while a backpack full of weight may be a little impractical outside of a brisk walk or hike once a fucking day, here's something that's a little more functional, a weighted vest. It's just a vest, and you put weights in it. It's got pockets. You can get them on Amazon for like $80 to $100 or something, depending on the weight you get with it. And you wear it around all day to simulate the same thing. This is one I'm actually going to be trying here. I wanted to do this for a while. So I'm going to be doing that in the new year. And it's been on my list. Walking everywhere with a weighted vest on. Whether it's a vest or a backpack, though, you'll burn more calories when you walk. Build leg endurance, strength, posture, and it's super fucking easy to do for beginners. You don't get joint stress of running, but you get the calorie burn of running's little cousin. It won't build big muscles, but for fat burn and cardio, this one is fucking ace. So the verdict on the fine-tuned scale, rucking gets a 10. 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of fucking 10. One of the most underrated forms of cardio. If you want to lose weight, but you don't think you can decrease your calories, get a weighted vest, get a backpack, put some weight in it. Do that once or twice a day. You'll fucking shred. You will shred. So there you go, 10 TikTok trends analyzed with science, experience, and just a touch of roasting. Some of these trends are actually incredible, and it turned out to be a lot better than I thought they were going to be. Some are harmless fun, and some should probably be illegal. Use TikTok for inspiration, not education. I mean, unless it's my TikTok page, then you're fine. Go do that now. Go follow that now. And remember, if a trend looks too magical or too extreme, it probably is. There's a good chance. Now I want to hear from you. What are some fitness trends you saw this year that either impressed you or just pissed you off to no end? DM me, drop them in the comments. I want to hear about it. I want to see what you were looking at and let me know. I want to check them out. We'll go over them in a future episode. All right, so before we say goodbye today, we're going to do another segment. I've done on this a couple of times called What's in My Gym Bag? And today, we're looking at lifting straps. See that shit? Lifting straps. So lifting straps will improve performance by enhancing your grip. I'll show you how these ones go on specifically. Allowing you to lift heavier weights, focus on targeting specific muscles instead of worrying about your grip failing. They can help prevent grip-related fatigue, shift the focus to the muscles being worked, and protect your hands from strain, which is particularly useful for heavy pulling exercises like deadlifts and rows. Enhances your grip strength. Straps provide a more secure hold on the barbell, especially as weights get heavier and your grip starts to slip. My grip, my pulls, all went up about 20% when I got a set of straps. Your hand just cups around there. This takes the weight, so it pulls out of your fingers and your wrist. So the only thing you have to worry about is just holding it. Because normally if you do a heavy lift, your back is going to pull a lot more weight than your fucking wrist can, your grip. Especially with me where I had surgery on my wrists, my grip strength just isn't there. So what do? Do I fucking suffer? No, I still do grip training, but I'm not going to let it affect my other workouts. Increases lifting capacity by removing grip as a limiting factor. Straps allow you to lift more weight, perform more reps, helping you break through plateaus. Like I said, all my pull movements went up 20% when I got these guys. These are Versa grips, they're called. I think this is the Pro Edition. There's all kinds of different lifting straps. You can get fairly cheap ones, $20, Amazon, and they wrap around the bar, and just a long strap that holds it. Or you can get ones like this, which are a little more expensive, fairly more expensive, and cured leather that holds it and takes all the weight for you. They enable you to better concentrate on the muscles you're trying to train, such as your back, hamstrings, or glutes, by shifting the emphasis away from your forearms and hands. You can perform more work before your forearms give out, which is beneficial for high volume or long duration workouts. And by taking stress off the hands and wrists, straps can help prevent overuse injuries that might occur from a failing grip, leading to awkward movement patterns. They can be helpful for individuals with hand injuries, allowing them to continue training while their hands heal. Like I said, when I broke my wrist, I still haven't fully recovered my grip strength. These guys definitely take care of that for me, which is good. If you laughed, learned, nodded in pain through this one, share it with your gym buddy, leave a review, hit that follow button. Hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in to the Fine Tuned Fitness Podcast. We lift heavy, we stay respectful, and we always re-rack our fucking weights. Catch you next time. If you're interested in getting a personalized training plan, shoot us an email, dave@finetunedfitness.ca, or visit finetunedfitness.ca/cardio. And right now you can grab our 8-week program, Swole Shouldered in 8 weeks, which is totally free, by visiting finetunedfitness.ca/giveaway. Don't forget, you can also join the SKOOL page by visiting finetunedfitness.ca, and we've got a group there of fans, listeners, clients, and we're all just trying to get swole, trying to do better, trying to impress, improve our fitness goals. So check it out. If you want to join, the link is down below in the description, or you can find it on finetunedfitness.ca. There's a bunch of 8-week training programs on there, shoulders, legs, arms, which you can grab today. You don't know where to start? That'll help you start. 90 plus workout tutorials on there, and a bunch of gym science stuff as well. So head on over, check it out. I will see you guys next time for the Fine Tuned Fitness Podcast. I'm Radio Dave.
Every plate, every drop, every lift, every shot, gloves gone, but I